up, everyone? Today I'm going to be checking out the Glorious PC Gaming Race wrist rests. Now, I've actually done a review of their keyboard before, but now I'm going to be checking out some of their other products that they have. The wrist rests, well, they sent me two different versions, the wood ones and the fabric ones, and they have two different heights as well. So they have 1/2 inch or 1 inch, and plenty of different sizes as well. They have full-size keyboard, 10 keyless keyboard, or even a compact keyboard, or even a mouse wrist rest, so even more compact. Before I begin the review, let's ask whether or not it would be a good idea to actually use a wrist rest. And while it's actually been debated for quite a while now, it's mostly preference, and you want to make sure that your hands are in as neutral of a position as possible. And when typing, you don't really want to be resting your wrists on anything. When you're not typing, a wrist rest might be a good idea to reduce the pressure and angle that your wrists are resting on your desk, and therefore be more comfortable and more ergonomic. For myself, generally I would never use a wrist rest. In fact, I would prefer not to. But testing these out has maybe changed my mind? I'm not really sure. I'm going to keep using them and see. My main concern is that they don't get in the way when I'm typing, and for most of my keyboards, they don't. So let's start with the wooden wrist rests. They're both made out of white ash, and the two different finishes are onyx, which is the black one you see here, or golden oak, which almost looks like a reddish tone. The finish is very smooth, but you can still see the wood grain. They look really good. The top is flat, and it angles down towards you, so while it is a 1/2 inch wood rest, it actually starts at 3/4 on the keyboard side. So this doesn't really work with low-profile keyboards like the Vortex Core or the Plank. It kind of gets in the way of the spacebar unless you kind of back it up, but then the placement isn't quite right. They're also much wider than other wrist rests I've used, which is a plus, and their logo is in the bottom right corner with just the icon, not the words, which I really appreciate. At the bottom there are grooves, and I've seen this on other wooden wrist rests, but I'm not really sure what the purpose of them are for. And finally, they have rubber pads on the bottom to prevent any slipping on your desk, and they work really well. I really love the look of these wood wrist rests, and the finish is very nice. All their products also include a sticker, by the way, if you're into that sort of thing. I also had to laugh at their instruction manual. First of all, the smell shouldn't really bother anyone, and of course the wood grain is going to be different. The fabric wrist rests use a soft fabric material and a dense foam for support. They have two different thicknesses, the 1 inch size, the 25mm, or the 1/2 inch size, the 13mm. And the 13mm works a lot better for most of my other keyboards. The 1 inch size it kind of gets in the way. Again, like I said, when you type, you really don't want the wrist rest to be in the way. They do have stitching along the side, and they have rubber on the bottom again to prevent any slipping, but their logo is a lot bigger in the bottom right corner with all of the text there, and the contrast is a lot brighter because it's white on black. So I'm going to be trying out the wooden wrist rest for a longer period of time and seeing how it goes. Thank you so much for watching this very video. I hope you enjoyed. And thank you to Glorious PC Gaming Race for sending these out for review. They are quite cool. And other than that, please rate, comment, and subscribe.